Hey, hello, good evening again. Today is the 7th of April 2022, and it's 10:30 in the evening. I'm sitting in my room again, and this time I want to talk out from my diary again. Mostly about my thoughts upon schizophrenia, yeah, and my thoughts on schizophrenia and the afterlife mostly. Um, First, I want to start with my latest painting, as usual. It's nearly finished. I think I need one more sitting. But in the last 2 days, I didn't paint it at all. So here it goes. You see the afterlife with people, then going up the stairs with twin souls. On the right side, you see a person with chakras. In the middle, a keyhole, and then new planets we'll go to eventually in the universe. At the moment, I've painted for 4 days, sometimes 4 hours, but also sometimes more than six actually. I did take some rest in between, so that I can continue long, uh, yeah, longer. Alrighty, let's start then. So here we go. I have my laptop in front of me. So, alrighty. New Milestones episode 9. In the last two vlogs, I talked out loud without reading my vlog. It was a fun pastime. It helped me out to remember things and have a sort of a conversation. That did me really well. Today I'm reading again from my vlog. A small piece with my diary and the last piece with some thoughts about schizophrenic mindset and believing in the afterlife and reincarnation. So here it goes. It's a Saturday today. I'm sitting in my room. It's nearly midnight. I'm listening to a collaboration with music from a good friend of mine. 50 songs in total, 25 songs each. It lasts for a good 3 hours. Earlier on, I watched some YouTube on my television. Cara and Nate in Baja, Mexico. The endless adventure installing a grill in their RV. Watch the first part from the Beatles Get Back documentary made by Peter Jackson. A fun and intense part, actually. Filming their Let It Be album in progress. Two more to go. Afterwards, I watched an anime made by Disney and Pixar called Luca, an easy anime about sea monsters. In the afternoon, I chatted a bit with my eldest brother. I took some rest afterwards. Did go to the supermarket as well. It snowed actually, and there was some sunshine as well. Really strange. The other day, I went to a local venue in my hometown. Some friends were playing a gig about Francis Alban Blake, made by Frank Bond in Alaska. It was really a nice evening. I saw some friends of mine I hadn't seen for a long time. There were other people as well. For most of us, this was the first time going out after the ending of the corona measurements in the Netherlands. For me, it was even longer, maybe even 2.5 years. I had some nice conversations with people I know. First, I only drank water, but in the end, I did have 2.5 glasses of port. I must say, really pretty tasty. I could feel it well though, and because of that, I went home early. Home early is before 11:30 p.m. back home. I had a nice evening. It's not for every week though, but that's okay. I heard that many of my friends don't go out that often as well. But we had corona as well, so multiple reasons. Here it goes. Some thoughts about the mind. I'm thinking again, within myself in different layers of the mind. I'm feeling at ease at the moment. Sometimes when thinking, I'm drifting off quite easily. In boxes of thought, different boxes for different things. A thoughts pop up. Where does it go to? A painting appears out of the light. I can move freely inside of it. Is it real? A vision or a delusion? When drifting off in your mind, things can get harsh. It are moments in a way. One comes, the other goes. On being in a psychosis, you're in the fantasy worlds all the time. That's really tough to cope with. You're projecting the images inside yourself on the outside world. What is a feeling? Maybe looking at it with deeper meaning. Being cut off from reality sense, you do need to come back again, maybe even a better you. Changing for on the long term. The structures you're intertwined with can give great outcomes and even bigger visions. Learning about life how it shouldn't be. I also saw many sad stories within myself. I can give it a place now. On the other side on the other side as well, there is an afterlife. You can move freely there, within yourself on all different levels. You should let go of the sad thoughts and surroundings of the past. They aren't here anymore. Time passes by. You change, mostly for the better. Time does heal. The blown up thoughts are getting less intense in fear and anxiety. Moving further down the line, a fantasy pops up again, a fantasy behind this scene as well, moving from place to place, deeper in fiction, letting go on the letting go on the middle of the turmoil. How many steps do you need to take back? Hopping again, feeling inside these thoughts and being blown up. Where is the shore? Am I even swimming? Breathing underwater. A golden compass arises. You're a good person, only troubling with the turmoil of past lives. In a way, you're inside yourself and perceive that as normal. But what is normal? How do you perceive yourself? What do you show to the outside world? Can you be you in time, everywhere? Your inner thoughts and feelings. Can they cope with the environment that you are in? Like taking time to write or paint, following the path that shed light on them. Sometimes your inner being is following the darkness to see that as reality, afraid all the time. There are different layers there. Eventually you will go to the light. Beautiful halos in every living thing. These steps, these different steps you see in front of you are of the past, like black and white images. It seems to come from another time. In comparison with color photos from your phones nowadays, it seems like you are there all the time. The gradations of time will overcome the madness of your mind, eventually moving up into universal love. What is reality? It isn't a bad thing to encounter difficulties in life. You will learn from them. You will put in different perspectives in the future. You are more than you think you are. It's a bliss and love at its best. Sometimes I'm still lost. Eventually, you will get there. Take care of yourself. Make a good life. Be a good person. You will reap the rewards from that for eternity in reincarnating lives in the future on this planet, but also on new planets. It will become really beautiful for all of us. No more fear and anxiety. No more wars and corruption. Beautiful souls will reincarnate to Earth. People from the past, they want to change the future, regretting things they did in past lives, putting the new knowledge about the afterlife into new societies. That will bring love forevermore. Only love. That's amazing, isn't it? People who are delusional are really something special. They are making good of several lives in one life. The intensity of and feelings from these bad emotions are being pushed up, across the boundaries of the mind and soul. From the afterlife in the higher spheres, don't do bad things. You have to make good for that. The flow of your inner worlds passes inside of you. Yes, also the bad things. That doesn't matter, because we all did these things. That is of the past. Look forward into the future of different lives and the afterlife. There is a shape-shifting occurring from the higher spheres of the afterlife on Earth. The lower spheres are declining people moving upwards. That is really a good thing. Feeling the afterlife all the time, projecting the love on your inside thoughts and mind, swapping with this new energy on everything that goes on inside yourself, letting universal love inside yourself as well. In the psychotic mind, you have to start somewhere. Multiple lives will pass by which you don't even realize yet. In the past, I had it really intense. Madness is what it was, lost in everything. You need truth in everything. Otherwise, you can't do anything sane. What is sane? How do you learn from that? What is sane in society, in religion, and in other things? We all have opinions and personality. What is normal? How do you be what you are? What is you? You. In feelings and thoughts, in personality and character, as a man or a woman, in different lives. How can you explain yourself what is you? Are we talking about these things? Who are we when growing up? Who are we when growing up? Meeting new people, going to school. As a kid, you do learn a bit about that, but not everything. Who is you? We followed a path which isn't really necessary in the end. Mental instability, that is tough to learn about. A psychotic mindset in life, projecting that on everything around you. Is it true? Who is you? You can expand your inside life on all things around you. You learn about intuition and the afterlife, about chakras and other things. You need to let go of the psychosis by letting new things in your life. Some fallbacks, but eventually you will get there. For me, the medicines do work. My inner being gets rest from that. The new visions I have about the afterlife helps me as well. They go hand in hand. I can let go of myself, the darker things in a way, and give myself a hand in universal love. It's okay to be you. You were mixed up with the psychosis, fake designs on everything. Sometimes you think within yourself that you're right. It wasn't with many things. Some tough moments, the psychosis. You need to learn everything all over again. Everything. Some negative things as well. In the end, you are a good person. You will learn from your mistakes. not letting the storm inside, like not letting the storm inside, outside, also around, outside, inside. Different gradations again. It are moments, tough moments, like it is the last thing ever. You compare them with everything, a freeze in time, within that moment, like your inside is a guest of you, not really you. That is difficult to see. Also, the reality sense is gone big time, stuck inside a box of madness. That box is interfering with your inside and outside visions. Too many tensions, lost again. Taking time to get back on track again, trying not to let the inside outside myself. It's a bit messy in a way, I think. But this is what happens with me when I'm thinking within myself and uh, when I'm feeling and looking after my own inner thoughts within myself. Sometimes it's sort of visions kind of things, but also a lot of insane images and thoughts that aren't true. You know, it's just not true. And that's the difficulty with the psychosis. Because, like I said, not everything is true. So, alrighty. I want to leave it like this. I hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.